Hello, my friends, and welcome to another chair yoga video. I'm Nina G, and I'm so glad that you decided to join me. Today's yoga practice is all about building strength in those shoulders. So grab your chair and we'll get started. We'll get started sitting back to the back of our chair, and as always, I connect my feet to the floor with my block. I'm going to sit all the way back, let my shoulders come down from my ears. Just allow your hands to rest palms up in the lap and arrive here. Take a moment to check in with how your body feels today, and very specifically notice any sensations in the shoulders, anything we need to be aware of before we get started. And then we're going to turn our attention to the breath. So let's bring our fingertips to our collarbones. And we'll just take 3 slow and even breaths right here. You may notice the breath lifting and lowering the collarbones. And then, when you've completed that third exhale, we'll move the hands to the rib cage. Just to the side of the rib cage. We're just going to take 3 breaths here. Same thing, you might notice that expansion and contraction with each inhale and each exhale. And when we've completed those 3 breaths, we'll bring our hands to the belly. Let's take 4 breaths here, slow and even breaths, just noticing how the breath moves in the body. And when you've completed that 4th and final exhale, let the hands rest palms up in your lap again. So that was 10 slow and even breaths. Has that changed how you feel? Sometimes it's just 10 simple breaths can really make a change in how the body feels. We'll stack those palms at heart center now. We'll take a moment to set an intention for this practice, whatever it is that's important to you today. And then release those hands back down. We're going to move to the end of our chair, sliding that block off to the side. Let's connect our feet to the floor. Sit up tall, hands to the lap. Take a circle or 2 with those shoulders, see how it feels. And then we'll go right into our cat and cow. Let's inhale, sit up tall, perhaps lift that sternum a little bit. And as we exhale, we're going to bring that belly button back around the spine. Perhaps those shoulder blades separate. Chin drops. Push into the feet, inhale. And as we exhale, we round. Take your time. Use those same slow and even breaths we started with. And let's do one more inhale, filling up. And one more exhale to release. And then sit up tall. Now we're going to reach our arms forward. They're going to be parallel. Thumbs are up, palms face each other. So there's space between my palms. And we're just going to work one shoulder at a time. So I'm going to take my right shoulder forward, up, and back and down, and then my left. And I'm just kind of letting the arm follow along. But my focus, my awareness is really on those shoulders and how they're moving. And I'm working in a pain-free range of motion. And as you get going here, you may notice that your rib cage starts to twist too, because we're all connected. It's kind of interesting. So just kind of go with it. Enjoy it. See how things feel here. And then even out the sides. That means we're going to finish with our left and pause for a moment. Arms are still forward. And then we'll go in the other direction. So it's going to be down and back and up and forward, which to me feels incredibly awkward. But that's good for my brain. It's forcing me to think a little bit. And when I do that, I'm right here in the present moment. And while we're not tying this motion to our breath, we are breathing. So let's not hold our breath while we're doing this. Let's finish it off. I'm finishing with my left arm. I'm going to let my hands rest in my lap for a moment. Check in with those shoulders. Notice where you feel sensation, perhaps even in the upper arm. And now we're going to bring those arms forward again. This time palms will touch. Palms will touch, but my fingers are straight. Now, my thumbs are up. I'm going to push my fingertips as far away from me as I can. Arms are straight. My chin comes down. You can feel those shoulder blades separate. This is almost like our cat pose. And then as I inhale, I'm going to push the palms into each other, bring the thumbs back to my sternum, lift the sternum, lift the chin, perhaps even lift the gaze. Here we are, a little cow pose. Exhale, palms go together and away from you, fingers point away. Inhale, fill up, lift. And notice what's going on with those shoulder blades. Let's do one more exhale and one more inhale. And then exhale, just release those hands back down to the lap. Take a little circle here. Maybe move the feet if that feels good. Okay, moving into some arm circles now. We're just going to do one arm at a time, one side to the other. As a reminder, we're working in a pain-free range of motion. So if it's okay, you might want to take your whole arm up and take a big twist like that. That's fine. Or if the shoulder is bothering you, you can take a much shorter circle with that elbow bent. Okay? So one or the other, decide what's right. And guess what? You might decide something different for each shoulder. That's okay. We will tie this one to the breath. Let's release our arms down, maybe shake them out a little. And then I'm going to start with my right arm. I'm going to inhale, reach that arm forward and up. And as I exhale, I'm turning, I'm looking behind me. I'm going to float the arm down, come back to center to switch to the other side. So inhale, left arm forward and up. Exhale, circle it behind and come on back down. Moving to the right arm. Float it down. Keep your eyes open and look around you. Getting all of that good information about where we are in space. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, return. Inhale, circle left arm up. Exhale, return. Notice that connection of your feet to the floor and your sitting bones to the chair. And then after you've completed that one on the left side, let the hands come back to your lap. Pause and check in with sensations in the upper back, in the shoulders, in the upper arm. Okay, now let's release the arms down. We're going to do a little sequence here. We're going to inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Palms are down just to shoulder height. And then as we exhale, we're going to pull back like we're rowing. So I'm making fists. I'm pulling back, my elbows are bending, and on my back, my shoulder blades are coming together. That's going to be the exhale. Next inhale, I reach my arms out, fingers go straight. And as we exhale, I'm going to push my arms down and behind me as far as is comfortable. Next inhale, take those arms forward and up. This time as we exhale, I'm going to bend the elbows, do a lat pull. Inhale, reach back up, fingers get straight. Exhale, float those arms all the way back down. Let's let them rest in the lap. So that's going to be the sequence. We'll do it a couple more times, and we might add on a little bit because that makes it fun for our brain too. Let's release the arms. Our first inhale takes those arms up to shoulder height, palms are down. Exhale, row, pull back, elbows go back, shoulder blades come together. Inhale, reach forward, palms are flat again. Exhale, push down and back. Inhale, reach those arms forward and all the way up. Exhale, make a fist, pull down, lat pull, elbows bend, get strong. This time, let's inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, give yourself a hug, right arm on top of left, drop your chin. Inhale, open arms wide. Exhale, hug, left arm on top of right. Inhale, open arms wide. Exhale, float those arms down into your lap. Take a circle with those shoulders. So just pause and check in with how that feels. Noticing sensation. Notice how it affects the breath. Can we keep that smooth, even breath? Okay, we're going to do it one more time seated. We'll put those hugs in again. Arms are down alongside the body. Feet are connected to the earth, sitting bones on the chair. Let's inhale, reach those arms forward, palms down, shoulder height. Exhale, row, pull back, elbows wide, shoulder blades come together. Inhale, forward, palms are flat. Exhale, push down and back, arms are strong. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, make a fist, pull down, lat roll, lat pull, lat row or lat pull. Inhale, open arms wide. Exhale, hug, right arm on top of left, drop the chin. Notice where the shoulder blades are. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug, left arm top of right. Inhale, open wide, maybe a little up. Exhale, float those arms down, let them rest in your lap. Take a circle or two with the shoulders. Let's lift up one heel and then the other. Check in with how all of that feels in the body. And then we're going to come up to standing. Now that we're standing, let's pause for a moment, find our mountain pose, and check in with how things feel here. Take an inhale here, and an exhale. Now you've noticed that I've cleared off my space, my block is out of my way, and I'm not going to be using that chair right now. I can use the wall behind me if I like. So we're going to come back to that shoulder sequence that we just did. Let's try it standing. I'll turn at an angle just so you can see me a little bit better. Let's inhale, reach those arms forward and up. Palms are flat. And as we exhale, we'll pull back, we'll row. Inhale, reach forward again. Exhale, palms reach back. Arms are long and strong. Inhale, arms come forward and up. Exhale, lat pull down, elbows are wide. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, hug, right arm on top of left, drop chin. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, hug, left arm on top of right, drop chin. Inhale, open wide and up. Exhale, float those arms down by your side. Circle those shoulders. Okay, so we've done this a couple of times now. We probably know what's happening. So how does that feel in the shoulders now? How is this different standing up than when we did it seated? Okay, now this time we have some options to add on. And you may want to have that chair nearby just to use for fingertip control. Or, as always, use the wall behind you, no problem. But what we're going to do on our inhales is that we're going to come up onto our toes. When we exhale, we'll lower the heels back down. So we'll do it once through, just like that. Inhale, reach those arms forward and up. Perhaps come up onto the toes. Exhale, pull back, heels go down, shoulder blades come together. Inhale, up onto the toes, arms reach forward. Exhale, lower the heels, push those arms back. Inhale, arms reach forward and up, come up onto the toes. Could be a cactus arm here. Exhale, lat pull down, heels land. Inhale, open wide, come up onto the toes. Exhale, bear hug, right arm on top of left, heels down, drop chin. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, bear hug, left on top of right, chin drops. Inhale, open wide, come up onto the toes. Exhale, float the arms down, float the heels down. Now, check in with that. A lot more balance involved. The brain had to be a lot more involved figuring out what to do and when to move. So now we're going to change it up again. This time, on the inhales, we'll be normal, and on the exhales, we'll take a little squat. Doesn't have to be super deep. Bend the knees, come into a squat. So on the inhales, we're not doing anything special. Exhale, we take a squat. Okay? Let's inhale, reach those arms forward and up, shoulder height. Exhale, take a squat, do that row. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, arms go back, we squat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lat pull, squat. Inhale, open wide. Bear hug, right arm on top. Open wide. Bear hug, left arm on top. Come all the way up. Float the arms down, stay standing. Take a breath. Make any movement that you need to feel good in the body. Notice how the breath is now. Can we come back to even? Okay, now we're going to do it one last time. This time on the inhales, we come up onto the toes. On the exhales, we sit into a squat. Everything is optional, my friends. And there are no yoga police. So if you mix something up, doesn't matter. It's okay. Just keep going. Okay, so let's see if we can remember. So we're going to come up onto the toes on the inhale. As we exhale, we're going to take it down into that little squat. Doesn't have to be deep. When you are ready, inhale. Exhale, pull back. Sit into that little chair. Inhale. Up onto the toes, perhaps. Exhale, arms reach back. We sit back into that little chair, little squat. Inhale, arms forward and up, perhaps onto the toes. Exhale, lat pull down, knees might bend. Inhale, open arms wide, come up onto toes. Exhale, hug, right on top of left, knees bend. Inhale, wide. Exhale. Up. And lower everything down, heels just land. Yes. Pause and check in. And then we're going to move into our warrior one. So if you like, you can face the back of the chair. We'll put our right foot forward and our left foot back. Right foot forward, left foot back, warrior one. And let's take our arms into a cactus. So I'm just gonna face the camera so that you can see this a little bit better, but please know that you can use that chair for your fingertip control. Let's bring our forearms together. We're in a cactus pose here. We're gonna inhale, open those elbows wide, lift the sternum, the chin, the gaze. And as we exhale, we bring them forward, dropping the chin. Feel those shoulder blades separate. Try that again. Inhale. And exhale. Now the next time that the elbows are wide, we will stay here. Lift the sternum, lift the chin, lift the gaze, perhaps straighten the fingers. Feel the power of that back leg. Feel the power of the front leg. And then float the arms down. We'll step that back foot forward. Pause and take a breath. Now we're going to switch to the other side. Left foot forward, right foot back. We're going to be here, same thing. Let's start with our elbows in that 90 degree angle. Here we go. And this time the movement's going to be a little bit different. Let's keep our fingers straight. We're going to take the elbows down and back. That'll be the exhale. And as we inhale, we're going to reach the elbows forward and up, almost making a circle. Think about lifting that sternum again. Exhaling, drop the chin. Inhale. And then just come back to that neutral. We'll stay here. You can open those elbows wide, fingers up. Again, bringing that attention and awareness to the legs. And then float the arms down, step that back foot forward. Shake everything out. We're going to move back to our chair now. As we return to our chair, we sit all the way back in the back. We reconnect our feet to the earth, either with a block or just directly to the floor. Let's turn the palms up into the lap. And let's bring our attention and our awareness to the shoulders, to the upper back. Just noticing sensation there. How does it feel now compared to when we started? And then the invitation is to soften or close your eyes and return your awareness to the breath. Allowing it to fill up the body, bringing in what you need, and taking away whatever doesn't serve you. And then very gently begin to wiggle your toes. Let the toes be still and wiggle your fingers. And if the eyes are closed, let's gently blink them open. We'll slowly, carefully turn the head to the right and then to the left. And back to center. And then we're going to move to the edge of the chair one last time. Feet on the floor. Let's bring those palms, stack those palms at heart center. Tuck the chin and recall that intention that you set at the very beginning of our class. And then thank yourself for taking time to practice yoga today. And I thank you for allowing me to guide you. I'm so glad that you joined me in this video today. Stay well, my friends, and I'll see you again soon.